So a lot of you guys have been asking, hey Skills, do you have an updated red build? A red build. And I was like, Entitled Update 11, are there such things as only red builds? But there are. But now, with the exotic backpack, we can just improve all of these builds and make them that much stronger. And no matter if you want to run all reds, no matter if you want to run all yellows, all blues, you can still do that with adding the exotic backpack and improving those builds and making them even that much better. Now, I used to run a talent called Focused, and I do like that talent, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I just hate being scoped in. So I wanted something that I could use alongside this new setup that I decided would be my new way going forward on how I wanted to run my red builds. Because I got tired of running Focused, I got tired of running Glass Cannon, and I just wanted to build around different talents, build around the exotic backpack, and then create a pure DPS build that a lot of you guys will enjoy if you don't like scoping in, because a lot of us hate focus, right? We just hate being scoped in all the time. Now, yes, some of those numbers that you can put out with focused when you're fully buffed is amazing, but to me, it's just not practical all the time, or I just get tired of being scoped in. So in this build video, we'll be breaking down my new setup, how I like running, what I consider one of the best DPS builds in the game right now for the amount of numbers you guys can hit once you guys crit. So let's get into the build and break it down for you. So we are running 900,000 armor, 300,000 health. We are running 6 reds, 1 blue, 1 yellow, and we are running the gunner specialization. I personally like the gunner specialization, especially when you run some type of red build, for the fact that when you get that kill, you get that 10% armor, and it can help you, right, if you're running no type of heal. Now, my favorite AR at the moment right now has to be the FAMAS. This one is sitting at 103,000 without any buffs. We have 12,000 assault rifle, 18% health damage, and we have 10% damage to targets out of cover. We are running Insynced. Hitting an enemy grants 15% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a skill damage, the enemy grants 15% weapon damage, and this is all doubled if you're doing both at the same time. Now, I pair this up with the classic M1A, and this is for those distance fights, right? If I want to pick off an enemy that's hiding, this one has rifle damage, critical hit damage, damage to armor, and then I'm running a talent Boomerang. Critical hits have a 50% chance to return the bullet to the magazine, and then if the bullet is returned, you get 40% increased damage on that bullet, the next bullet. So that's pretty insane. So this is my 1-2 punch, the FAMAS, the classic M1A. Now, the way I have this build set up is I'm running a Fenris Mask that gives me that 10% assault rifle damage. We have 14,000 weapon damage on here. We have 6% crit hit chance, 10% headshot damage, and then I'm running a mod for 6% crit hit chance. So we decided to go with a lot of crit hit chance on this one piece and then add some headshot damage, because that headshot damage is going to help us hit really hard when we do land those headshots. Now for the chest, we're running the Providence defensive chest. We're actually doing a 2-piece. So we have 50% headshot damage, 10% critical hit chance. We have 12% weapon damage on here, 6% critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage, and then I put a 12% critical hit damage mod. Now the talent I'm running is Obliterate, and why this talent is so good is critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds. Now this stacks up to 25 times, and then it's pretty easy to keep that stack going, especially if you're running a high crit chance, high crit damage build. And that's an additional 25% extra damage. Now that's why I actually like running it. I like running it instead of running something like Focus, where I have to be focused in, but it's really up to you where you want to change this talent on the chest. Now for the holster, we are running our second piece of Providence. Now we have 15% weapon damage, 12% critical hit damage, and then we have another 10% headshot damage rolled on here. Now, I don't have a lot of headshot damage rolled on this build, but I have enough to make a really big difference, so it allows me to hit those high crit hit shots on the head. Now we get into the knee pads. I'm running the Foxpear knee pads. These are the Overlord knee pads. Yes, they only give you 10% rifle damage, but the amount of damage you're getting from the 8% damage to targets out of cover is amazing. And then we have 14% weapon damage on here, plus we do have 10% headshot damage rolled on here. So if you don't want to roll headshot damage, you could probably go with critical hit damage in this slot right here. And even though Foxpear got nerfed a while back, they still are probably one of the best in slots, even when you're not running a rifle. So just something to keep in mind. We go into our next best in slot even after the nerf, the contractor gloves. Now this does give you that 10% LMG damage, but this has 15% weapon damage, 8% damage to armor, and then 6% critical hit chance rolled on here. So another crazy slot that we aren't getting anything for the one piece, but that damage to armor is multiplicative, and that's why it's so good. And then we dive into our final piece of exotic backpack. Remember, this is giving us that blue, that red, that yellow, plus we have critical hit damage mod on here. And why is this backpack so good? Most of you guys know how it should work, but you remember, once you have the buffs fully active on this backpack, that's giving you an additional 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and then 3% armor regeneration. Not only that, anytime we pick up a trophy, since I am running 6 reds, I'll get 30% weapon damage. I'll get 10% bonus armor, and then 5% skill efficiency. And remember, that's every time you pick up a trophy. Now, to make sure NSYNC is active, I am running the striker drone. Feel like it's mobile, it's great to use. And then I really just have the shield as my backup, so I don't take all that incoming damage. Because you guys know, once you guys play in that harder difficulty, having something that can protect you or staying back and firing is definitely going to be the difference. So we are running 53% crit hit chance, 84% critical hit damage, and 112% headshot damage. Not only that, we have that 10% health damage, we have 8% armor damage, plus we have 18% damage to targets out of cover, because we have the 8% on the knee pads, and then we have 10% on the weapon itself. And that is the build, guys. That is how I run my DPS build. This is currently my favorite, best DPS build in the game right now. And it's just for the fact that I don't have to scope in, and I don't have to use focus, because I hate focus so much. I mean, I don't hate it. I think it's a great talent. I just think having to be scoped in and stay scoped in bothers me. Like, if I want to put out crazy amount of DPS, yeah, I'll put focus, but is it practical and is it fun to stare through a scope the whole time? Not at all, and especially if you're on console. So hopefully you guys enjoy this build. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments section. Let me know what your favorite talents to run on your all red build, and are you guys implementing running something like the new exotic backpack, which I think a lot of you guys should start using, solely for the fact that you can have up to 900,000 armor, and there was nothing before that we could do that actually gave us that ability to have some type of armor. And then not only that, is when we have that extra skill efficiency, once we pick up those trophies, that's also improving our striker drone. It's improving our shield that we're using for cover when we need it. So definitely a bonus to run the backpack. It's more than just straight DPS that you're getting. You're also getting benefits from the armor buffs, and then also from the skill buffs. So let me know what you guys think about this, what you guys think about this build. Are you guys enjoying the new title update? I actually am enjoying being able to run more than just all red, being able to add some blues on there, give me a little bit more tankiness, so that way I can survive when I get in situations that are close calls. I tend to survive them a lot more. Well, we're gonna wrap this up here, guys. I will see you guys in the next Division 2 video, but until then, Nothing But Skills is out.